Hey, if you clicked on this video, you are in the right place. It is Simply Christy, and it's nice to meet you. Are you someone who knows that there's more out there in life than what is in front of you right now? Or maybe you've started to develop and understand your purpose in life, a deeper, unexplained meaning for why you are here, something that only you can truly define. I'm starting a series called Spiritual Success Sundays, or Spiritual Sundays, I'm not sure what to name it yet, but this is just for a development period to update you on my journey through my spiritual life. I will be posting a video the first Sunday of every month. I've been going through my spiritual journey since I've been a child. Being in church with my parents, my sister, and having to believe what they believe. And then now I am able to actually apply these skills and knowledge that I'm learning now to my everyday life. And so I believe that my spiritual journey is something that I can reinvent every single day, and so can you. But first, what is spirituality? That's something I needed to find out for the longest. If you see me looking down, I am looking at my tablet where I've written out some notes. But Google defines spirituality as the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul, as opposed to material or physical things. When listening to an Oprah Winfrey show, the Oprah Winfrey show last night, she said some good points. She defined spirituality as,
but when you begin to realize that you are more than your body, that your purpose is greater than your profession or your career, that every life, because you were born, you have a right to be here, and there is a calling on your life. It means you live your life without fear, and you know that no matter what happens, you are going to be all right. You are going to be all right. That's what spirituality is for me.
And so in my opinion, I feel like spirituality is being able to touch your own soul and define it, and having the mindfulness to go about your every day-to-day life, reinventing and finding your purpose. I don't believe going through your spiritual journey has to be something that you do alone. Hence the reason I am starting this series, so that you and me can work through this together. I'm here to help you touch your soul. And hopefully you are here to help me touch mine as well. I want to start off by giving you guys an example of how spirituality has came back into my life this year. So one of my situationships, I feel like we all have those, but he taught me a lot about myself. And it was just I believed in my mind that he had touched my soul, just because he was telling me so much about myself and things that I didn't even realize. But once he recognized it, I agreed. I'm like, yeah. And doing so, I fell in love with him. But falling in love with him was me actually understanding I'm not really that much in love with myself, because he's just bringing up these characteristics and these qualities of me that I didn't recognize. And so I guess that is the main reason I decided to touch more into my spirituality now. And I love the journey I'm going through so far. And once I actually developed a loving for him, I wanted to put more time and energy into him and not giving myself enough time, which that's not a completely bad thing. But at the same time, if you don't love yourself, or if you don't love yourself enough, can we say that? If you don't love yourself enough, you're not putting in the energy enough for you. And so once I realized hey, Christy, you got to get your shit together, I decided to start putting more time into me. Not becoming selfish or inconsiderate, but understanding I have a life. I do everything for me. I still have my father who helps me out, my stepmother who helps me out. But when it comes to my journey, my path, I am the only one who can define it. And so I realized, I got to start putting more time into myself, and I need to love myself more. And that way, if I can love myself more, I can actually meet someone as deep as I love myself. I just looked at a post on Instagram, and so I will include that into this video. But basically the post is talking about, you can't love, or you can't find and connect with someone deep if you can't love and find and connect with yourself deep. You know what I'm saying? It's an even match and match. If you want to get to know someone that much, know yourself even more. period. Some things that I started to do while finding my spiritual journey was I started to read more. And so one of the books I started to read is called, and I'll put it on the screen, it is called The Little Book of Big Lies by Tina Lifford. It's a self-reflection book where she explains her journey, experiences, and lessons in detail. And she gives us like a way to reconnect with ourselves and identify things that we may not recognize. And then at the end of each chapter, she puts activities to help us to better improve ourselves.
All spiritual growth is really about letting go of something. It's not about gaining anything. As the master said, who by taking thought can add 1 cubit to our stature. We can't add anything to us. But spirituality is about letting go of the false concepts, the false ways that we've identified ourselves, false identities, false habits, misconstrued ideas. So when we're in the midst of a crisis, we're being asked to let go of something so that, as Ed is saying, and we're all saying, something new can be born.
Okay, well, one of the most powerful spiritual beliefs I have is this, that everything you need, you already have, no matter what's going on in your life. Believing that will help you realize your true potential. This year, it's always going to be okay, is what I know, no matter what.
For a little recap of the things that I've learned in the beginning of my 2021 spiritual journey. First, I've learned to not let just anyone into your energy and anyone into your time. I believe that time is one of the most valuable things that we have in life because life is not promised. We don't know how long we have left on this earth, although I do pray for health and wellness for everyone watching this video. Thank you for clicking this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like the content so far. But just think about this. There are a certain amount of months in each year, a certain amount of days in each month, and then a certain amount of hours in each day. And then most of that we have to sleep, eat. You know, there's certain necessity things that we have to do for ourselves. And so combating that time, you don't have much time to really, in my opinion, I feel like I don't have much time to really do what I want to do. I have just enough time, luckily, but you spend time wasting it just doing things that aren't going to benefit you or your future. You have to really sit down and think like, hey, you know, like you gotta check yourself, you know? And so one of the things I try not to do now is just to make sure I'm not wasting my time spending it with careless or people who don't have a good image for me in their life, or people who just have me around for the time being or the moment. Like, we don't know. Like, I don't feel like I'm a for the moment person. And so I'm not gonna let anyone treat me like that. And making sure I don't waste my time is one of those things that I have decided to do from now forward. And of course, people sometimes do come into your life and they end up wasting your time, and that's something that you can't control 100% in my opinion. I do believe everything has a lesson to learn. So I just take that and I learned from it. And then I reestablished like, hey, you know, like boom, this is a quality I see in this person that is not, no, like, we just gotta know. That's a me thing. So yeah, that's one thing I learned so far, is to make sure that you are spending your time wisely and that you, spend your time wisely. Secondly, I've learned that having patience is a virtue. I catch myself a lot of times trying to rush a certain situation or a person in my life to do something that I want them to do, not really coming to the understanding that everyone has a different objective, literally. Now, you might relate to a certain dream or goal that you might have with that person, but I promise you they have a lot more dreams and goals and different things that they want to do as well. That's if y'all are on the same balance, in my opinion. And so I find myself trying to rush these situations and I start to overthink. I start to, like, it's just a train reaction to the things that keep happening when that happens. Honestly, being patient with myself first has taught me so much. It especially helps with my YouTube channel because I understand I talk fast sometimes. And so having patience to correlate my thoughts and actually like say them correctly is one thing. That is the third thing I learned, but we'll get to that in a second. Although I might want a situation to come sooner, that person might not have that priority set on their list. And so having patience is one thing that is very important. Also, I believe the universe has a way of reminding us of certain things. It's like a guide that we can't see. And this may relate to the law of attraction, which I don't know too much of. Maybe I can discuss that in another video once I find some more information out. But I do believe the universe is on our side, as well as God, you know? So yes, definitely have patience when working through anything. First, have patience with yourself so that you can have patience with others. Thirdly, and the last thing that I've learned that I'm gonna speak on in this video, I've learned more things, but just in this video, the power of effectively communicating. Like, it has taken me so long to effectively communicate. I was raised by my dad, and his whole life, he was raised and not really communicated well with. And so when he tries to when he was raising me, you know, I've had, of course, better communication because times have changed since he was growing up. But still, my communication is not up to par. Like, it's not where I want it to be. Working on my communication has been definitely a struggle. Luckily, in my past relationship and situationship, I have been taught, you know, there's certain ways to say things and what tone to say them with and things like that nature. And they have taught me a great deal of things about myself in a good way. Also, my YouTube channel has been one of the effective ways of me communicating because this is like my personal growth channel. That's what I tell people, or especially employers. That's what I tell them, like, hey, this is my YouTube channel is my personal growth channel, which it is. It tracks my personal growth from the start to the finish, and there is no finish. It's like a continuation of growth. And yeah, I love doing YouTube. So please make sure you like this video if you enjoyed this video so far. But effectively communicating is something that we definitely all need to learn. Me being me, I'm an overthinker. I've gotten that several times. I'm an overthinker, and I love being an overthinker, okay? I gotta show you guys my case. That's like me right there. But having all these thoughts going through my head, it is not always the best because when I'm having a conversation, I might be thinking about something while someone is talking, and then it's just like, yo, so did you get what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there like, effectively communicating is definitely teaching me, like, hey, listen up, like, listen to what someone gotta say. I respond back to everything that they're saying, or maybe not everything, but everything they're saying, but it's the things that are needed. And just correlate your thoughts to better be patient with yourself. In conclusion, just make sure you protect your energy and your time. Don't waste it on people who are not worth it. Have patience with yourself so that you can have patience with others, and therefore you will have a free mind, a free spirit. Like, it won't be so claustrophobic or you feel like you're rushing, and just have patience. Lastly, if you're like me and communication has been an obstacle in your life, make sure you are working on that daily. You have a new day every day to reinvent yourself. So start now. Like, don't wait, just start now. It's okay if some things happen to disturb the peace in your life, or there are things that come in your way, but just understand that you are you. You're the only one who can affect your mood. You're the only one who can project your mood off of someone else, and you're the only one who can reinvent yourself. So start today.
Yes, you have everything you need right now, no matter what it looks like, and everything that is happening is trying to bring you closer to what you really need and what is really real. Take that in for a moment. Thanks, everybody.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is gonna be my spiritual success Sunday videos, the first Sunday of every month. You're watching Simply Christy. What's up? Thank you. I will be posting the video to this series the first Sunday of every month, so make sure you stay tuned. Also, my next video will be coming out Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, so definitely make sure you hit the post notifications button so you won't miss an upload. See you.